Hi guys, I'm Maria Meliora and welcome you to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the most affordable and incredible perfumes in my collection. The selection could be about 3x bigger, but I gotta limit myself somewhere. So let's call it series 1. If you like this particular type of series, we'll talk about it more in the next videos, but I think the ones that I got for you for now are like the best of the best that I could think of. Like when I think about a good value for your buck, this is absolutely stellar. So the one that I'm gonna start with is a brand that not many people even know in the United States. However, it was really big in Europe in the beginning of 2000s, and they make an impeccable quality perfumery. So this is something that I'm very proud to let you know about. This is like a well-kept secret in Europe, and this is Jil Sander. Jil Sander makes a variety of perfumes. All of them are characterized by the designer's kind of obsession with cleanliness, the absolutes of absolutes. So it's like the perfect idea of American minimalism, sportswear, clean lines, very architectural designs. And the one that I really wanted to recommend to you is their line Simply. They have a lot of flankers in that line, and all of them, I would say, are just extraordinary, well balanced, and the line Simply is, I would say, is more of a nude, like olfactory nudes. They are not loud, they are not super dark or super anything, but they're very recognizable, and what I like about them, they're not the same as what we smell everywhere in every perfume store, like in every social gathering, and etc. So the one that I absolutely love, and I think the one that is very easy entrance to the Jil Sander line, is Simply Powder. Am I saying it correctly? Yeah, Poudre. Poudre? So powder, basically, if you say it in English. So what it does, it has this, you see the light pink color? This is actually the color of the liquid. And this is the most, it's the most delicious, sweet, soft, powdery perfume. This is a smell of a warm hug to me. This makes me think of cherry blossoms, kawaii style. It's just so, it's not cheesy because it has a whiff of the rice powder, but it's not too serious or kind of a librarian or austere, because it does have this tonka bean, kind of very well-rounded, soft sweetness. This is just so delightful. It's so flirty, it's so romantic. To me, this is the best perfume for one of those nth dates when you're kind of like, all right, I don't think we're gonna just sit across the table any longer. You know, like if you know that a kiss might be coming, a warm embrace might be coming, that would be a perfect perfume for that kind of occasion. Netflix and chill, a perfect occasion for that. But something about the rice powder here just makes it more high fashion to me than a legion of other nudie, warm, romantic perfumes that I have. I absolutely love it. It costs almost nothing on the online discount stores, and I think it's the best way to kind of start familiarizing yourself with the Jil Sander line. Long story short, I think buying any perfume by Jil Sander, you will not be appalled by it. You may or may not like this one more or that one more or less, but this is a very good maker of well-balanced, elegant, kind of like classic American sports fashion, sports design in perfume wear. Another historic gem is Pierre Cardin Rose. Look at the bottle, first of all. It's very beautiful, very kind of like contemporary art style bottle. And what we have here we have one of the most cheerful, bright, vibrant rose with aldehydes. I'm not a big fan of aldehydes in general. To be honest, there are like roughly 3 type of aldehydes that I kind of decide to classify like according to the things that I smell. The old style aldehydes, which is like Chanel number 5 and etc. and etc. Those that smell like naphthalene, like old oily, I guess like naphthalene or camphor are like the closest comparisons I can come up with. And the second type, which is modern aldehydes, the ones that Etat Libre d'Orange used to use a lot, and a lot of other more kind of like youth-oriented brands. It's in those fragrances, aldehydes smell like something really sour and vinegary almost. Like some people say there's like a brut champagne in a way. So I don't like either of the types, but there is a third type which I think is very characteristic for the late 80s, hence the perfume, and early 90s, is the aldehydes that smell, it's almost like patchouli like. They are zesty. That's the best I can describe it. They don't go soapy, they don't go naphthalene like, and they are not as thin and bitter as modern aldehydes, like the ones that are trying to mimic brut champagne. So this is the one, Rose by Pierre Cardin, contains the kind of aldehydes that I like the most. They are kind of like green patchouli like and zesty, so they kind of grab on your skin and they really wake up your senses. With addition of central rose in this perfume, this is so refreshing, bright, kind of like in your face almost. I love this perfume for the mornings. If I don't feel like something super ethereal, light, or almost like body mist style, that's not it, because this is very bright, it's very present. It doesn't really have a long longevity, but that's what I prefer. I don't think I would be happy feeling this kind of zesty green rose all day on me, but for the first few hours before, lunch, just perfect. It's just brightens the day for me. Again, cost almost nothing, like 13 to 17 bucks, and it's a very notable perfume to actually get familiarized with, because this is very signature to the late 80s profiling of fragrances. The next one, let's do this one. I have 2, and I actually finished up the other 2 in the past probably 5 years. Absolutely love this perfume. A rare case of a very well blended sweet jasmine, kind of sweet white flowery scent that is produced by a celebrity. This is Jennifer Aniston by Jennifer Aniston. So I already got myself a huge backup just in case, and I'm working my way through a 20 ml bottle, which is I think my 3rd one at this point. To me, originally it reminded me of something that my grandma used to wear, and I was struggling to remember what was it. Is it the jasmine? Is it like the honeysuckle of it? But at this point, I don't think there is any point of trying to distinguish the specific notes. This is your classic sweet, yet a little bit of a like more citrusy, vibrant opening notes that keeps it away from being kind of like aging in a way. Beautiful perfume. Jennifer Aniston did a great job. I actually haven't tried any other perfumes from her line. I can't say that I really care for the packaging or form factor. There's nothing special here, unfortunately. It's, cheapish looking as majority of the celebrity perfumery, but what's inside is really good stuff. And again, if you like sweet, juicy white flower scents, I would highly recommend you try this one. This one I love wearing in bed. Absolutely love wearing in bed. It just is so relaxing, and at the same time it occupies my mind. My mind keeps trying to distinguish the different white flowers in its composition, and really takes my mind off any worries, any kind of any kind of leftovers of the day that I really want to let go of. Beautiful, beautiful when blended perfume. Absolutely love it. Actually do prefer it over a much more expensive versions of white flowers, such as Fleur d'Orange, I think by Serge Lutens, or Ubigan, or any other ones. This is actually what I prefer. I sold off my Ubigan. I tried and decided not to go for Serge Lutens version of white flowers because I have this. And again, I think a big bottle like this will cost you maybe between $10 to $15. All right, this is another oldie but a goodie. If Roja or Francis Kurkdjian issued this perfume now, it could easily cost $300, and people would be buying it and just serenading it all over YouTube. And this is no other than Poème by Lancome. One of the rare cases that a perfume, against all reformulations, against all regulations, against all changes and trends, maintains its crowned glory. This is an amazing, sweet, rich, all-filling yellow flower perfume. This is not for faint-hearted. This is the people who like the beast mode, who like the flowers that will kind of fill the space, the perfume that dominates any room you enter. I wear it very sparingly because I prefer more like a watercolor density of smells on me. So what I do, I usually put it on my hands because it allows me to regulate how much of it I perceive in any given moment, and leave it at that. Just one spray, dab, 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 and I'm done. If you are the kind of person who really loves your, Arabian perfumes, like the heavy, the rich, the ones that last for 14 days until you wash your clothing, try Poema by Lancome. To this day, and this is a new bottle that I got. I just got 30 ml because that will last me a lifetime. This is an incredibly rich, sophisticated, and powerful fragrance. One of the few that survived decades of trends and reformulations. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, the other one that I wanted to show is another favorite day scent. This is basically a slightly flowery, spicy lavender, but the kind of lavender that is not medicinal, that is not dominating. It's not so central that all you smell is lavender. This is so beautiful. Again, as a majority of fragrances produced by this line. This is Burberry, and this particular flanker is Burberry Brit Rhythm for her Eau de Toilette. So again, there are a lot of flankers, so I'm going to repeat it for you. The particular one that I like is Burberry Brit Rhythm. Love it. As I told you, it's both elegant because it's lavender, but it's not dated. It's not aging because it has a little bit of bergamot, which makes it a little bit bitterly refreshing. And the signature Burberry base, that is this kind of luxe, very moderate tonka bean type of sweetness. I love it. I used up a miniature, I immediately got myself a full bottle, and if I only could use one daytime scent, I would be happy with Burberry Brit Rhythm because it has everything. Everything. It has softness, it has elegance, it has citrusy freshness. It's so well blended. And again, comparatively to all of the sugary and sticky Chloe perfumes that are currently being issued, including by Burberry, by the way, the older perfumes that they had, the classic Burberry, the Burberry London, Burberry Weekend, though that one was reformulated for the worse, definitely. It used to be way more juicy, and now if you're really looking for juicy, peachy kind of fragrances, you're better off going for either Paris and Lalique or Miclef. They are basically the kings of peaches at this point for me. But The older perfumes by Burberry, the ones that they issued in early 2000s, they are the gems, absolute gems, and Burberry Brit Rhythm is definitely one of them. This video would be worthless if I didn't mention about Lalique. Again, a lot of people who are into perfumes already know about this brand. It's like, again, a well-hidden secret among the perfume lovers, that a lot of people who are just getting into perfumes or trying to venture beyond what Sephora or Ulta offer, like, heard nothing about. I could easily show you any Lalique perfumes. These are like the two that I just have on my table, and I would hit gold. Basically, almost anything that Lalique makes is incredibly well blended, interesting, alluring, and safe enough, even as a blind buy, compared to any other designer fragrances. And they cost so little. It's almost ironic that most people who buy designer perfumes are not aware that instead of paying hundreds of dollars for some Armani C or like run-of-the-mill, you know, like Dior, Miss Dior, whatever, they could pay $20-$30 for Le Parfum by Lalique and smell incredibly charming, unique, and collect compliments all day around. The two that I'm showing you is Le Parfum by Lalique, which is a rich vanilla scent with softly milled spices and a little bit of a bay leaf, which makes it, just takes it to a whole nother dimension. This is the one that I love wearing because I constantly get compliments for it. And another one, which is also like a lot of compliments for this one, especially from women, is Classic Lalique. Basically, mine has a pendant on it. Not all of them do. This is just a limited edition bottle, but more or less bottles look like this. So Lalique by Lalique is the juiciest, brightest, happiest, yummy pear with flowers in a perfume bottle. So yummy, so beautiful, so vibrant. Again, I could name probably almost all the perfumes that I tried from Lalique I liked, with very, very rare exceptions when the perfume was still high quality. It was just not my cup of tea. But like with these two, oh my god, these are such crowd pleasers. Love them. Anyway, so this is the first edition of cheap but amazing perfumes that I wanted to talk to you about. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I opened a few new names for you that you haven't heard about before. Again, most of these perfumes are so cheap that I wouldn't worry about buying fakes online, because it would probably cost more expensive to fake them than to just resell them from the big corporations that make them, have been making them for decades. So I feel very safe recommending you buying these online because they don't cost much and they are just delightful. They are truly unique and delightful compared to run-of-the-mill designer fragrances that you would pay 3x for and smell redundant, basically, just like everyone else. So try some of these. I'm certain at least one of these you will actually really enjoy wearing. Well, if you have any recommendations for me about perfumes that are dirt cheap but really good quality, please let me know. I love discovering hidden gems in the market like this, be it some like forgotten classics, you know, or hidden gems in the celebrity lines, or again the kind of brands that almost nobody has heard of outside of the Sephora land. Yeah, I would love to learn from you and maybe also pick up a few new bottles into my collection. On this note, thank you so much for watching. I'll be waiting for your comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Okay, now what?